Parking on the street here downtown only costs $1 an hour. I'm your Green Bay neighborhood reporter, Pari Apostolakos. From next year, the city will be charging you more, and I found out why. This lot will one day be home to working families. Green Bay's Housing Authority lends money to help start a project designed to house people who might make too much money to live in low-income housing, but not enough to buy a place of their own. The city's Common Council approves plans to put more than 40 new homes in this now wooded area behind me, extending this gravel dead-end road off what neighbors say is an already busy street. Nina, good evening. Election officials say the polls have been busy today, and as of about 2 p.m., nearly 2,000 absentee ballots had been processed here at Brown County Central Count. Now, earlier today, Green Bay City Clerk Celestine Jeffries held a news conference where she told us some of their ballot machines went down and technicians were called to fix them. What you find in a thrift store can often surprise you. But one secondhand shop in Green Bay has left people with much more than money can buy. It is the sounds, sights, and tastes of the summer here in Green Bay. Cheers, we wouldn't be in Wisconsin if we didn't sample some local cheese, right? Sunrise Spa on the city's west side is one of the massage businesses that was denied a new license at Tuesday's Common Council meeting. I'm your Green Bay neighborhood reporter, Pari Apostolakos. I spoke with Alderwoman Melinda Eck, who says this is the latest step in getting sex trafficking out of our city. But a lawyer who represents the business says they did nothing wrong. If you're anything like me, when you first found out that the NFL draft was coming to Green Bay, your first thought was, where are all these people going to park? Well, I met some people who are helping out with that. In Suamico, Pari Apostolakos, NBC 26. I know. All right. There you go. The Shawano Community High School athletic director pleads not guilty to a disorderly conduct citation after a physical altercation with a student during a night of toilet papering last fall. I'm Pari Apostolakos, and I first heard about this story when the teen's mom reached out to me on social media saying her son had been injured and she wanted to see more action from the school district and the court. But the athletic director's attorney claims it was her son who was in the wrong. Court records show Shawano High School athletic director Joel Wondra has been charged with disorderly conduct. And in a separate case, high school senior Dakota Moses Jr. has been charged with trespassing. They've both pleaded not guilty. It all goes back to one night during homecoming week last October when the sheriff's office says Dakota and other students toilet papered Wondra's home. Dakota says it's a tradition he's participated in for years.
We would get like a lot of teachers and administrators. This was my first. They've done Wandra's house before, but this never happened.
Dakota says after toilet papering, someone went to ring the doorbell and Wondra came outside.
And I'm trying to run and he grabs me from behind.
Dakota says he fell and hit his head on a trailer hitch before running away. When the bleeding from his head didn't stop, he says he went to the hospital. Dakota's mother, Adriana Moses, says her son was assaulted and they want Wondra removed from the district.
You do not get the right to put your hands on other people's children and hurt them.
Records show Wondra called 911 after the kids ran off, and that because the students were wearing ski masks, he didn't know who they were or what they were doing.
I wasn't sure if it was like ding dong bitch or...
In his statement to investigators, Wondra said he grabbed someone to figure out what he was doing there, and that person became aggressive. Wondra's attorney, Scott Swid, says Dakota was trespassing and damaged Wondra's property, and Wondra denies any allegations of assault. Dakota claims he didn't damage anyone's property. According to court records, Wondra has a pretrial hearing scheduled for May. Dakota is scheduled for a court trial in his trespassing case at the end of July. In Shawano, Pari Apostolakos, NBC 26. A memorial has grown for a boy who died after being run over by a car in this spot. I'm Pari Apostolakos in Green Lake. I spoke with the boy's family, who are now asking for change in his name. In June, 12-year-old Emmett Zudrow was riding his bike on the sidewalk near the public library when police say a car jumped the curb, pinning him underneath and severely injuring him. He later died. Police say the driver, an 85-year-old woman, was trying to park her car.
We go see him in that spot every day and talk to him about what life is like without him.
What has life been like for you all?
It never really gets easier.
A crowdfunding page has raised more than $76,000 in Emmett's name. Green Lake police tell me they've finished their investigation, and the district attorney is now reviewing Emmett's case to see if a crime was committed.
You can't just kill a child and not have some accountability.
The Zudros have met with Governor Tony Evers asking for stricter testing rules for older drivers. The State Department of Transportation says Wisconsin does not require more frequent testing for drivers based on age alone, and senior drivers are more likely to follow speed limits and other traffic laws. Police have not said whether or not the driver's age had anything to do with the crash and Emmett's death. Angela has a message for lawmakers.
I want them all to treat this like that was their son underneath that car.
A charity softball game in Emmett's honor starts here at the Green Lake Baseball Diamond at 4 p.m. Saturday. In Green Lake, Pari Apostolakos, NBC 26. World War II veteran Bernie Miller has lived his whole life right here in Wabeno. In a matter of weeks, he will throw out the first pitch at a Milwaukee Brewers game the day before he turns 100 years old.
I'm going to be 100 years old. I never thought I'd ever get there.
Bernard Miller has lived in Wabeno since he was born in 1925, except for when he served in the Navy during World War II. Why did you decide to enlist in the Navy?
I just felt it was my duty.
After coming home, Bernie went back to high school to get his diploma, where he met his wife of 75 years, Violet, in class.
I spied her about 5-6 rows down, and I thought, that's the one I'm going to marry.
Now they have 6 grown children, 13 grandkids, and 17 great-grandchildren.
We're surrounded with goodness.
Absolutely.
And it's thanks to his granddaughter that Bernie will be throwing out the first pitch at a Milwaukee Brewers game next month as an early birthday present. How did you feel when you first heard that this was going to
I
happen?
couldn't believe it.
But he won't be out there alone.
Yeah, this is Gavin. This is the one I'll be throwing. He's the one I'll be throwing the pitch to, and there's Gavin.
That's right. Bernie's great-grandson, Gavin, will be catching the first pitch, continuing his nearly 100-year-old tradition of putting family first. Bernie will be throwing out the first pitch before the Brewers play the Atlanta Braves on June 11th. In Wabeno, Pari Apostolakos, NBC 26. Good evening, I'm Pari Apostolakos. There's a lot to get to on this Friday, and our neighborhood reporters are spread out across northeast Wisconsin, from Door County to Oshkosh. But we begin with the latest on a developing story. There's a big police presence on Interstate 41 near Highway 172 in Ashwaubenon, which has been impacting traffic for hours. We begin with that deadly Catholic school shooting in Minneapolis that left 2 dead and 17 others injured. The 2 who died were just 8 and 10 years old. Scripps News Group Milwaukee's Jenna Ray traveled to Minneapolis to learn more about what happened and has new information on the suspected shooter. Welcome back. I'm Pari Apostolakos. A handful of Wisconsin lawmakers want to make the monarch butterfly the state's official butterfly. Now, I don't know about you folks watching at home, but I can't believe the so-called end of summer is upon us. With it being Labor Day weekend, we start the broadcast off with a first look at our holiday weekend forecasts. So you're waking up with us before the sun is up this morning, and if there's one thing I'm a sucker for, it's a sunrise, and we've got a live look at it now. I'm excited to be here after taking a long weekend off myself to have my wisdom teeth removed. So if I seem a little less wise, you can blame my oral surgeon. Yeah, who's feeling blue on a Friday?
Yeah, it's a beautiful day.
But you could be feeling a little blue because it is going to be a little chillier than what we've seen the past couple days today.
Yeah,